So clean freaks and domestic goddesses, put down the spray bottle. Seriously, gently place the bottle on the counter and step away from the fumes. Don't make sudden movements. We are just going to talk about hygiene. You think your house is a fortress of purity? Oh no. It's a chemical weapons storage facility disguised as a laundry room. We are used to thinking that if the bottle has a picture of a smiling lemon or a mountain spring, the product is made with care. But in reality, it is made with industrial leftovers that would make a toxic waste dump blush. Today we are going to expose 33 cleaning hacks that pretend to be helpful while slowly dissolving your furniture and your lungs. Get ready. We are about to strip the varnish off your reality. It will be stinging, hilarious, and slightly suffocating. Fact 1. Magic erasers are just sandpaper with a PR degree. You see that white squishy brick and think it's a magical foam that lifts stains with the power of fairy dust. You scrub your walls, your sneakers, maybe even your car paint, thinking, wow, it's gone. Hold your horses. It's not magic, it's melamine foam. Technically, this stuff is used for soundproofing recording studios, but some genius decided to market it as a cleaner. It works like extremely fine sandpaper, grit 3000 to be precise. When you scrub that stain off the wall, you aren't cleaning the paint, you are sanding the paint off the wall. Seriously, you are shaving your house naked. If you use this on a glossy table or your car, congratulations, you just ruined the finish forever. It's like trying to wash your face with a cheese grater. Sure, the dirt is gone, but so is your skin. That magic is just microabrasion. You are paying premium prices for industrial foam scraps that destroy protective coatings, leaving your surfaces porous and ready to absorb even more dirt next time. It's a subscription model for destruction. Fact 2. Fabric softener is just animal fat for your clothes. You love that fluffy, soft feeling of a towel fresh out of the dryer, right? It smells like a teddy bear's hug. But let's look at the label, specifically for dihydrogenated tallow oil ethyl hydroxyethylammonium methosulfate. Sound scientific? It translates to rendered fat from cattle, sheep, or horses. Yep, tallow. To make the fabric feel soft, the softener coats the fibers in a thin layer of waxy lard. This grease makes the fibers slippery and stand up, which feels fluffy, but it also makes them waterproof. That's why your towels don't dry you off anymore. They just smear the water around your body like you are a basted turkey. You are basically wrapping yourself in a scented burger wrapper. Plus, this wax builds up in your dryer's lint filter, creating a lovely fire hazard. You are paying to coat your expensive gym clothes in barnyard grease that locks in sweat and bacteria, essentially turning your yoga pants into a petri dish that smells like spring meadow. It's not softness, it's a lipid casing. Fact 3. Air fresheners are chemical masks for your nose, not the room. You spray ocean breeze and think you've cleaned the air. You take a deep breath, visualizing waves and seagulls. Wake up, Neo. There is no ocean. You are inhaling a cocktail of phthalates, benzene, and formaldehyde. These sprays don't actually remove odors. They work by coating your nasal passages with an oily film or using nerve-deadening agents that literally stop you from smelling the bad stuff. You aren't cleaning the air, you are lobotomizing your nose. It's like turning up the radio to drown out the sound of your car engine exploding. Those plug-in scents? They are heating up volatile organic compounds 24/7, turning your living room into a low-grade gas chamber. The clean linen scent is actually a chemical called paradichlorobenzene, which is also used in mothballs and is a known pesticide. So you are essentially fumigating your family to cover up the smell of the cat litter. It's a chemical veil that accumulates in your liver, all so you can pretend your house smells like a synthetic vanilla factory. Fact 4. Mixing bleach with anything is a DIY war crime. You want the bathtub to be extra white, so you pour in the bleach, and then, because you are an overachiever, you add some toilet cleaner or vinegar. Double the power, right? Wrong. Zero. Zilch. You have just recreated a World War I trench simulation in your bathroom. Bleach plus ammonia, found in glass cleaners or pee, creates chloramine gas. Bleach plus vinegar creates chlorine gas. This isn't a deep clean. This is chemical warfare against your own alveoli. That burning sensation in your eyes isn't freshness. It's your mucous membranes melting. People land in the ER every year because they thought they were playing chemist. Bleach is a diva. It hates company. It wants to work alone. When you mix it, you aren't making a super cleaner. You are making a weapon that violates the Geneva Convention. You are literally paying specifically to burn your own throat lining while standing in your underwear. It's the most expensive and painful way to not clean a tile grout line. Just pick one bottle and stick to it, you mad scientist. Fact 5. Flushable wipes are the plumber's retirement fund. The package says flushable in big, friendly, trusting letters. You think, technology is amazing, it's like a cloud for my bum that disappears into the pipes. Ha! The only thing that disappears is your bank balance when the plumber arrives. These wipes are made of polyester and rayon, basically plastic fabric. They do not dissolve like toilet paper. They clump together with grease and other unmentionables to form massive fatbergs in the sewers. In your own pipes, they act like a dam, catching every hair and bit of grit until your toilet backs up and floods your bathroom with yesterday's menu. The word flushable is a marketing lie. Golf balls are technically flushable if you push hard enough, but that doesn't mean you should do it. You are wiping with a textile that has the structural integrity of a t-shirt and wondering why your septic tank is crying for help. It's an act of infrastructure sabotage sold to you as premium hygiene. Fact 6. Wood polish is just silicone makeup for furniture. You spray that lemon-scented aerosol on your grandma's oak table and watch it shine. Look how nourished the wood is, you exclaim. False. Wood is dead. It cannot be nourished any more than a leather shoe can eat a salad. Most commercial polishes contain silicone oil and solvents. The shine you see isn't healthy wood. It's a layer of slippery oil sitting on top of the finish. This silicone creates a barrier that eventually turns into a sticky magnet for dust. Worse, if you ever want to refinish that table, you can't. The silicone seeps into the pores, if the finish is old, and creates fish eyes in new varnish, making it impossible to repaint. You are addicted to the shine, so you spray more, creating a layer of goop that requires harsh strippers to remove. You aren't preserving an heirloom. You are embalming it in cheap lubricant that makes it impossible to repair later. It's like putting lip gloss on a mummy. It looks shiny for a second, but the underlying issue is untouched. Fact 7. Carpet powder is a vacuum cleaner killer. You sprinkle that white perfumed baking soda all over your rug to get rid of the dog smell. You let it sit, then vacuum it up, feeling like Mrs. Doubtfire. Here is the kicker. Those fine particles are microscopic shards of rock. They bypass your vacuum's standard filter and grind into the motor's bearings. They also clog the HEPA filter instantly, overheating the machine. You think you are freshening the carpet, but you are actually feeding your expensive Dyson a bowl of cement dust. Inside the carpet fibers, the powder that the vacuum misses, which is a lot, acts like tiny razors. Every time you walk on the rug, these crystals cut the fibers at the base, making your carpet bald over time. You are essentially sanding your rug from the inside out while suffocating your vacuum cleaner. The fresh smell lasts for 20 minutes, but the damage to the motor and the weave is forever. It's a suicide mission for your appliances, disguised as a floral bouquet. Fact 8. Lemon in the dishwasher is a rusting agent. You saw a hack on TikTok. Put a lemon wedge in the dishwasher for sparkling glasses. It looks so natural and zesty. Sure, the citric acid removes hard water spots, but do you know what else it removes? The protective coating on your dishwasher racks and the rubber seals. The acid is corrosive. Over time, it eats away the rubber gaskets that keep the water inside the machine. It attacks the metal components, causing rust on your expensive cutlery and the machine's internal pump. You are treating a complex appliance like a tequila shot. The lemon peel can also get stuck in the drain filter or the spray arm, blocking the water flow. So you end up with dishes that smell like hot citrus garbage and a machine that leaks onto your kitchen floor. You are saving 50 cents on rinse aid to cause $500 in repairs. It's not a hack. It's industrial sabotage with a garnish. Fact 9. Toilet tank tablets are slow-motion destruction. You drop that blue or green puck into the tank so the water looks like a Caribbean lagoon every time you flush. It cleans with every flush, says the box. Yeah, it cleans your wallet. These tablets are concentrated bleach or acid that sit in stagnant water for weeks. This caustic soup slowly dissolves the rubber flapper, the plastic fill valve, and the gaskets between the tank and the bowl. It creates a chemical soup that turns rubber into brittle gum. Soon, your toilet starts running constantly, wasting gallons of water. Or worse, it leaks silently, rotting your floor. You are basically marinating your plumbing in acid, and when you finally have to fix it, you have to stick your hands into blue, chemical-stained water that dyes your skin like a Smurf. You are paying for the privilege of destroying your toilet's internal organs just to see pretty colored water for 3 seconds. It's like drinking soda to brush your teeth. Fact 10. Antibacterial spray for everything is creating supervillains. You spray the counter, the cutting board, the kids' toys, thinking you are a responsible parent protecting your family from germs. Kills 99.9% of bacteria, the label screams. The problem is that 0.1%. Those are the bacteria that survived the chemical nuke. They are the Navy SEALs of the germ world. By constantly using heavy-duty antibacterial agents, like triclosan or quaternary ammonium, you are killing the weak germs and leaving the mutants to breed without competition. You aren't making your house safer. You are running a training camp for antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Plus, most of these chemicals need to sit wet on the surface for 10 minutes to work, but you wipe them off in 10 seconds. So, technically, you aren't even killing them. You are just annoying them and covering your kitchen in pesticide residue that ends up on your sandwich. Good old soap and water physically removes germs without creating biological monsters. Stop trying to nuke your kitchen. You are just making the bacteria angry. Fact 11. Microfiber cloths are magnets that you destroy with kindness. You bought those neon yellow cloths because the package promised they would grab dust like a hungry gecko. They work because the fibers are split into microscopic hooks, thousands of them, designed to scrape up dirt. But then you, oh you helpful soul, throw them in the washing machine with a cap full of fabric softener. You think you are conditioning them, wrong, but you are actually clogging those tiny hooks with animal fat and wax. The softener fills the gaps in the fibers, turning your high-tech cleaning tool into a useless, slippery sheet of polyester. It's like trying to rock climb while wearing oven mitts covered in butter. Once coated, that cloth will never grab dust again. It will just push the dirt around the table in a frustrating game of smear the grease. You aren't cleaning, you are petting your counter with a greasy rag. If you dry them with a dryer sheet, double whammy, you seal the deal. You have successfully turned a cleaning tool into a spreadable margarine stick. Fact 12. Overloading the washing machine is a dirty group hug. You have a mountain of laundry in only 1 hour, so you decide to play Tetris with your clothes. You shove every last sock and towel into the drum until it's packed tighter than a commuter train in Tokyo. You think, efficiency, but you are actually creating a filth preservation chamber. Washing machines work by agitation. The clothes need to slap against each other and the water to get clean. When they are packed solid, zero movement, they just sit there vibrating in a damp, soapy huddle. The water can't circulate, the detergent doesn't rinse out, and the dirt just migrates from your jeans to your favorite shirt. You pull them out and they smell like ocean breeze, but deep down, they are just wet and marinated in their own sweat. You didn't wash them. You just gave your bacteria a communal bath. It's a mosh pit where no one is dancing. They are just sweating on each other. Fact 13. You are using 10 times too much laundry detergent. Look at the measuring cup that came with your bottle of blue goo. The line for a normal load is barely visible at the bottom, but the cup is huge, the size of a bucket. How convenient. You fill it to the brim, naturally, thinking more soap means more clean. It's the American way. but washing machines are designed to use a tablespoon of soap, not a cup. When you overdose on detergent, the machine can't rinse it all out. The excess soap settles into the fibers of your clothes, trapping dirt and dead skin cells in a sticky, invisible layer. You are walking around wearing a suit of dried chemical slime that attracts more dirt, like a lint roller made of fabric. Your towels get crunchy, not because they are old, but because they are calcified with unrinsed soap. You are literally paying extra money to make your clothes dirtier. It's like showering in shampoo and forgetting to use the water. You aren't clean, you are just sticky and fragrant. Fact 14. Washing windows on a sunny day is a race you will lose. You see the sun shining, birds singing, and think, perfect time, I'll clean the glass. You grab your blue spray and start wiping. But before you can even grab the paper towel, the cleaner evaporates. The sun heats up the glass, science alert, causing the liquid to dry instantly, leaving behind streaks of chemical residue that are harder to remove than the original dirt. You spray more, scrub harder, and end up with a window that looks like a zebra crossing made of smudge marks. You are fighting thermodynamics with a rag. The heat cooks the soap onto the glass before it can dissolve the grime. You are basically glazing your windows like a donut. Professional window cleaners work on cloudy days for a reason. You are out there sweating, pointlessly, creating a foggy mess that glows mockingly in the sunlight. It's not a cleaning session. It's an exercise in creating abstract art out of frustration. Fact 15. The self-clean button on your oven is a suicide switch. You see that button and think, wow, technology is amazing. It cleans itself like a cat. You press it and walk away. The oven locks the door and cranks the temperature up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, insanity, to incinerate the food scraps. It sounds like a good idea, until you realize that your oven's sensitive electronics, fuses, and control board reside just inches away from this inferno. The extreme heat cooks the motherboard, melts the internal wiring, and can even crack the glass door. You are essentially simulating a shuttle re-entry in your kitchen. That smell of burning plastic? That's not just the grease, that's the sound of your warranty voiding itself. Appliance repair techs call this the job security button because half the time the oven never wakes up from its fever dream. You are trading a bit of scrubbing for a fried computer and a bill that costs more than a new stove. It's like burning down your house to kill a spider. Sure, the spider is gone, but at what cost? Fact 16. Vinegar is dissolving your expensive stone countertops. You read on a blog that vinegar is the holy grail of natural cleaning. It's cheap, it's edible, it smells like a salad. So you spray it on your granite or marble counters, feeling eco-friendly, and wipe. Congratulations, you are performing a science experiment called acid etching. Stone countertops are made of calcium carbonate, which is basically a fancy rock antacid. Vinegar is acetic acid. When they meet, fizz, the acid eats the calcium. You won't see it immediately, but over time the surface becomes dull, rough, and pitted. You aren't cleaning the stone, you are chemically sanding it down. That shine you paid thousands of dollars for? You are dissolving it, one salad dressing spray at a time. It's like brushing your teeth with lemon juice. Eventually, you won't have any enamel left. You are turning your luxury granite into a dull, porous slab of expensive sidewalk. Fact 17. Feather dusters are just dust relocation services. You wave that fluffy wand around your shelves like a fairy godmother, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo, watching the dust disappear. But physics has news for you. The dust didn't disappear, it just went airborne. Feather dusters don't trap dust, they just agitate it, launching it into the air so it can settle somewhere else 5 minutes later, usually in your coffee or your nose. You are basically giving the dust mites a ride on a Ferris wheel before dropping them back onto the carpet. It's a theater of cleaning. You look busy, bravo, but you are accomplishing nothing. Unless the duster relies on static charge or oil, you are just playing badminton with allergens. Real cleaning requires a damp cloth to trap the particles. Using a feather duster is like trying to shovel snow during a blizzard. You are just moving the problem around and inhaling the consequences. Fact 18. Your kitchen sponge is the dirtiest thing in your zip code. You use that yellow and green rectangle to wipe the counter, the dishes, maybe a spill on the floor. It looks clean because you rinse it, right? Wrong. That sponge is a moisture-retaining, porous paradise for bacteria. It has more E. coli than your toilet seat. Seriously. When you wipe the table, you aren't cleaning it. You are smearing a thin layer of bacteria culture across the surface. It's like painting your kitchen with invisible sewage. You think microwaving it helps? Ha! It kills the weak bacteria, leaving the strong, heat-resistant supermutants to multiply in the warm, damp, squishy castle you provided. You are lovingly nurturing a colony of pathogens next to your sink. If you aren't changing that sponge every week, you are basically washing your dishes with a petri dish that has a scrubbing pad attached. It's not a cleaning tool, it's a biological weapon in bright colors. Fact 19. The wooden knife block is a dark alley for fungus. You wash your knife, dry it, mostly, and slide it back into that convenient wooden slot. It looks so professional, like you are a chef on TV. But have you ever looked inside those slots? Of course not. They are dark, narrow, and impossible to clean. Moisture from the knife soaks into the wood, creating a damp, unventilated cave where mold and yeast throw a never-ending party. You can't scrub inside there. You can't see inside there. You are storing your food prep tools in a wooden coffin of rot. Every time you pull a knife out, surprise, it scrapes against the moldy walls, picking up spores right before you slice your bread. You are buttering your toast with invisible forest floor. It's a bacterial high-rise apartment complex sitting right on your counter, and you are the landlord providing free rent and moisture. Fact 20. Cleaning with hot water sets protein stains forever. You spill some blood, maybe a paper cut, or drop an egg, or spill milk. Panic sets in. You run the fabric under scalding hot water. Logic says heat cleans, scrubbing furiously. Stop. You just ruined the shirt. Protein-based stains, blood, egg, milk, baby formula, cook when exposed to heat. By using hot water, you are literally poaching the egg into the fibers of the cotton. You are cooking the stain into a permanent part of the garment. It's not a stain anymore, it's a fossil. The heat denatures the protein and bonds it to the fabric at a molecular level. You think you are sterilizing the mess, but you are actually baking a tiny, disgusting omelet inside the weave of your jeans. Cold water flushes it out, hot water seals the deal. You are fighting chemistry with intuition, and chemistry is laughing at you while wearing your ruined shirt. Fact 21. Cleaning jewelry with toothpaste is a sparkling act of vandalism. You heard a rumor from your aunt that toothpaste makes diamonds shine, so you grab the tube and start scrubbing your engagement ring. You think you are polishing, but you are, oh yes, sanding your heirlooms into oblivion. Toothpaste contains abrasive particles like silica and titanium dioxide, which are designed to scrape plaque off enamel, the hardest substance in the human body. Gold and silver are soft metals. They are, comparatively, like butter. When you scrub them with Colgate, you are leaving thousands of microscopic scratches that eventually make the metal dull and cloudy. You are taking a belt sander to a Ferrari. And those gemstones? If they are soft stones like opals or pearls, the chemicals in the paste will eat away their finish, leaving them looking like foggy plastic beads. You are saving $5 on professional cleaner to turn your jewelry, tragically, into costume trinkets. It's not a hack, it's geology acting against your wallet. Fact 22. Coffee grounds in the sink is plumbing cholesterol. You finished your morning brew and, feeling eco-conscious, you dump the grounds down the garbage disposal. You think they act like a scrub for the pipes, whisking away the grease. You are, hilariously, wrong. Coffee grounds do not dissolve in water. They are heavy, gritty, and oil-rich. When they mix with the grease you rinsed off your bacon pan, they create, wait for it, a substance similar to concrete. This sludge settles in the U-bend of your pipes and hardens into a blockage that no amount of hot water will move. Plumbers call this job security. You are essentially paving your own drain with a caffeinated brick. The only thing you are scrubbing is your bank account when you have to pay a guy to snake out a solid log of espresso roast from your wall. Put the grounds in the compost, unless you want your kitchen sink to have a heart attack. Fact 23. Making your bed immediately is building a luxury hotel for mites. You get up and pull the duvet up tight, smoothing the pillows because a tidy room equals a tidy mind. You think you are being disciplined, but you are, grossly, incubating a colony. During the night, you sweat about a pint of water. When you make the bed instantly, you trap that moisture and body heat under the heavy blanket, creating a dark, humid sauna. This is the perfect breeding ground for dust mites, microscopic arachnids that eat your dead skin. They love the humidity. By making the bed, you are serving them breakfast in a steam room. You aren't tidying up. You are tucking in the bugs for a nap. Leave the bed unmade for a while. Let the air dry out the sheets. A messy bed is, ironically, a cleaner bed. Stop trying to impress the ghosts in your house with your tidiness. You are just farming allergens. Fact 24. Bleach does not kill mold. It just dyes it white. You see black mold on the bathroom grout or drywall, so you spray it with bleach. The black disappears and you think, victory, the enemy is vanquished. Wrong. Chlorine bleach molecules are too large to penetrate porous surfaces like drywall or wood. They stay on the surface, bleaching the color out of the mold, making it invisible. But the water in the bleach? That, unfortunately, is small enough to soak deep into the material, right down to the mold's roots. You are essentially watering the fungus while giving it a makeover. The mold thinks it's spring rain. A week later, it grows back, usually stronger and darker, because you just fed it. You are playing peekaboo with a fungus. You didn't clean it, you just gave it a camouflage jacket. Unless you use a specialized fungicide or vinegar, which penetrates, you are just painting over a biological problem and wondering why the dirt keeps coming back. Fact 25. Paper towels on electronics are wood pulp scratches. You see a smudge on your TV or laptop screen, so you grab a paper towel and some Windex. Stop right there. Paper towels are made from wood pulp. They are processed trees. To a delicate LCD screen or a camera lens, a paper towel feels, microscopically, like steel wool. You wipe the screen and leave behind tiny scratches. Over time, these scratches accumulate, making your expensive 4K display look cloudy and dull. And the Windex? It contains ammonia, which eats away the anti-reflective coating on modern screens. You are stripping the protective skin off your monitor while sanding it with dead trees. You end up with a screen that looks permanently greasy because the surface is ruined. Use a microfiber cloth, you barbarian. You are treating a $1,000 piece of technology with the same material you use to wipe up spilled gravy. It's tech abuse. Fact 26. Scratched nonstick pans are chemical seasoning shakers. You have that old Teflon pan, the one with the scratches from when you used a metal fork to flip a pancake? You still use it because, hey, it still cooks. Every time you heat that scratched pan, you are releasing microplastics and PFAS chemicals directly into your eggs. You are salting your breakfast with industrial polymers. These coatings, when compromised, flake off in pieces too small to see, but big enough for your body to store forever. These chemicals are called forever chemicals because they don't break down. They just move into your liver and set up a permanent residence. You think you are frying an omelet, but you are actually sautéing a side dish of synthetic resin. If your pan looks like a skating rink after a hockey game, throw it out. You are feeding your family a stir-fry of zucchini and plastic peeling. It's the least delicious secret ingredient in history. Fact 27. Storing the toilet brush wet is brewing a poop potion. You scrub the toilet, flush, and immediately plop the wet brush back into its little plastic holder. You think you are done, but inside that holder, a dark, horrific biology experiment is beginning. The water dripping off the brush is a mix of toilet water, bacteria, and organic matter. It pools at the bottom of the cup, creating a stagnant, festering soup that allows bacteria to multiply by the billions. Next time you pull the brush out, you aren't cleaning. You are painting your toilet bowl with concentrated E. coli extract. You are recontaminating the porcelain with a wand dipped in nightmare juice. The brush needs to dry completely before you store it. Balance it between the seat and the rim to drip dry. Putting it away wet is like storing a wet sponge in a dark closet. Nothing good grows there, only things that smell like a swamp in July. Fact 28. Drying clothes indoors on radiators is growing a lung forest. It's raining outside, so you drape your wet socks and jeans over the radiator or hang them on a rack in the living room. The room smells like laundry and you feel cozy. But that water has to go somewhere. It evaporates into the air, raising the humidity in your home by up to 30%. This creates the perfect tropical climate for mold spores, specifically Aspergillus fumigatus, to bloom on your walls and in your carpets. You breathe these spores in, and they can set up camp in your lungs. It's called aspergillosis. You are turning your living room into a fungal greenhouse. You save money on the dryer, sure, but you pay for it with a cough that won't go away. You are basically living inside a damp sock. If you must dry indoors, open a window. Otherwise, you are just misting your walls with mold food. Fact 29. Natural essential oils are chemical warfare for pets. You want your house to smell like a spa, not chemicals. So you diffuse tea tree, peppermint, or citrus oil. You think, it's from a plant, it's safe. Tell that to your cat. Many essential oils contain phenols and monoterpenes that dogs, and especially cats, cannot metabolize because their livers lack the specific enzyme. When you diffuse these oils, microdroplets land on your pet's fur. They lick it off, and their liver goes into panic mode. Tea tree oil is basically kryptonite for cats. You are slowly poisoning your fluffy best friend with the scent of calm energy. You think you are creating a Zen sanctuary, but for your pet, it's a toxic gas chamber that smells like a candy cane. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe. Arsenic is natural too. Do your research before you turn your home into a fragrant vet emergency. Fact 30. Keeping your toothbrush on the bathroom sink is tasting the toilet. You brush your teeth and pop the brush into the cup on the sink, right next to the toilet. Every time you flush the toilet with the lid up, it creates an aerosol plume, a fine mist of toilet water, urine, and fecal bacteria that shoots up to 6 feet into the air. It hangs there, majestically, before settling on everything in the room, including your toothbrush bristles. You think your toothbrush is minty fresh, but it is actually coated in microscopic toilet confetti. The next morning, you put that brush in your mouth. You are effectively brushing your teeth with yesterday's flush. It's the circle of life, but in the worst possible way. Close the lid before you flush, or keep your toothbrush in a cabinet. Otherwise, you are just playing Russian roulette with pink eye every single morning. Fact 31. Rinsing your mouth after brushing is washing money down the drain. You finish brushing your teeth with that minty paste, spit, and then, because you are a civilized human being, you take a cup of water and rinse your mouth out. Swish, spit, done. You feel fresh. But you just, spectacularly, failed the IQ test of dental hygiene. Toothpaste contains fluoride, a mineral that needs time to sit on your enamel to repair it. It's a topical treatment, like a face mask for your teeth. When you rinse immediately with water, you are washing the medicine off before it has done a single thing. You are literally spitting your protection into the sink. You might as well just chew on a mint leaf and call it a day. And that long, luxurious swirl of paste you see in commercials? That is a lie. Pure marketing, designed to make you finish the tube faster. You only need a pea-sized amount. By using a huge blob and then rinsing it off, you are basically buying expensive soap to flavor the sewer rat's dinner. Spit the foam out, sure, but don't rinse. Let the residue sit. Stop treating your mouth like a car wash. It needs to marinate, not sparkle. Fact 32. Your coffee maker is a moldy biology project. You love your morning brew. You think the hot water kills everything. How quaint. So you never really scrub the water reservoir. You just rinse the pot. Take a flashlight and look inside the water tank of your machine. Feel the sides. If it feels slimy, congratulations. You are brewing biofilm roast. That slime is a colony of bacteria and mold that thrives in dark, damp, warm environments. A study by the NSF found that coffee reservoirs are the fifth germiest place in the entire house, dirtier than your bathroom door handle. The hot water moves too fast to kill the spores. It just picks them up and deposits them in your mug. You think that bitter note is a dark roast? Oh, honey, no. That is the taste of mildew. And if you try to clean it with vinegar, but don't rinse it 50 times, you are just making hot pickle juice. You are starting your day by drinking an extract of bacterial sludge. It gives a whole new meaning to living culture. Fact 33. The clean vacuum smell is the scent of roasted dust. And here we are, the finale, the machine you trust the most. You finish vacuuming the living room, and there is that distinct, warm, slightly dusty smell in the air. You take a deep breath and think, ah, the smell of a clean house. Wake up. That smell is the scent of carbon brushes burning in the motor mixed with fine particles of dust that were too small for the filter to catch. Cheap vacuums, and most expensive ones too, lack a sealed HEPA system. They suck up the big visible crumbs, the Cheetos and hair, but they shoot the microscopic dust, pollen, and dead skin cells right out of the back exhaust like a dirty confetti cannon. You are not removing the dust. You are, quite literally, atomizing it. You are taking the filth from the floor and putting it into the air at high velocity so you can inhale it more efficiently. You are recirculating your own shedding skin. That warm smell is the smell of your vacuum choking on your debris. You are just rearranging the dirt from a solid state on the rug to a gas state in your lungs. So, there you have it. Your domestic sanctuary is actually a chemical warfare zone built on lies and good marketing. You are scrubbing with sandpaper, marinating in bacteria, and paying premium prices for the privilege of destroying your own property. You probably feel the urge to go home and throw everything in the trash, or maybe just sit in the middle of the floor and cry. Don't worry, that's normal. It's the side effect of the red pill. Living clean is hard, but at least now you know that fresh ocean scent is just a polite word for toxic nerve gas. If your brain is hurting, but you are hungry for more reality checks, check out the other videos on this channel. We take apart history, science, and the lies your teachers told you. Subscribe, hit the like button, and remember, trust no one, especially not the smiling lemon on the bottle. See you in the next disaster.